What's that we got? Yes, right, what we saying, my broski? What we saying, man? Yes, Owen, what we saying, cuzzy? So we said, boys, let me shoot this link in. EG. Woo! Fucking beautiful for the detail today. Fucking hell. No, beautiful for the detail today, boys. I'll be so honest with you. The first tap was perfect. I'm not gonna lie, I did not see the chart at this point. I did not see the detail at this point. But then I just whacked it back on there because I still want to see Euro come up higher. I think we are gonna have that move higher. We should do, anyways. We should do. There's no reason not. Euro bullish, pound not as strong. I wouldn't say the pound's weak. I mean, I would because of the interest rate cut. But I wouldn't necessarily say, I wouldn't say the pound's directly very weak. Dollar, on the other hand, is a completely different story. But yeah, I'm favouring euro. I mean, we might see a rebalance of the dollar soon. We've seen price come back and take that Friday. So I feel like we are getting this retracement move. I feel like we will get a continuation of it though, really. Yes, Mohammed, what we saying, cuz? Let's drink this before this shit gets cold. But to be honest, boys, I haven't been seeing many setups recently during early London. I feel like a lot of entries have been coming a bit later. That's what I've been seeing pretty much the whole day, though. That's the whole last couple of weeks, really. Yes, Tommy, what we saying, bro? I didn't even send that link in. What a donut. What we saying, bro? What are we saying? What do you think about longs off DTO? What pair are we talking about, bro? EU. I was looking at EU earlier. But I'll be honest, boys, I did not like it as anywhere as near as EU, just purely because of where we come to on EU. Plus, I can see the dollar rebalancing. That's really why. Yeah, now I would say I wouldn't really be looking for the longs. I was looking for the longs this morning. We had the more bullish euro, but as it's got on, bearing in mind the time as well, we could see a nice bounce off the DTO. But I really, really enjoy it. Enjoy it? What the fuck am I on about? I actually really like the look of EG. Well, I've liked the look of EG since we come to this DTO. I honestly thought, yeah, we're gonna have a really, and we made this high here. Oh. No, let me just move out of the way actually. And as soon as we saw this high here get formed, and then we started seeing price be nice and retractive. Retractive, is that a word? That can't be a word. As it had that nice retracement to this fair value, I was loving it. Entry back on a DTO, and then you're looking for the buys back up to that, well, I say back up, but to that prior day high, prior week or prior day? Oh, it's prior week 50, prior day high. That's what he's looking at. So yeah, main positions I would say EG, but that's more New York sesh. I mean, that's what we're looking at right now, right? Entries were like one just after half. Oh wait, no, oh no, that's tomorrow. I was gonna say the next most important news for the pound, which I'll be honest, is it tomorrow? Wait, tell me out here. GDP tomorrow for the pound. Tomorrow, oh no, we've got CPI, sorry, we've got inflation. Bearing in mind, inflation looks quite impulsive, which will probably push the pound up. Bearing in mind, higher levels of inflation is good for an economy, right? You'd like high inflation's good. The BOE is looking to get it down, which is sort of what will make it negative, but on print will be quite bullish. And then we'll see probably price start moving off there. Yeah, CPI, sorry, not GDP, CPI. Equally as important, to be honest, boys. Equally as important. Both of those newses, I'd say, are on the same. Newses. I need to stop saying newses, bro. It's the multiple of news. News, just news. I hate words like that, bro. This is what I'm saying. Who was in the pre-London this morning who said he was from Zimbabwe and started talking perfect fucking English? I'll probably shut me up in that. Michael, I think. Thoughts on EU? I think the sells were quite nice this morning. If you did get in them, I think that's what Lou is looking at, because I like the I really like that EU taking that prior week higher. That's mainly why. We've got probably we've got hour and 20 minutes of New York Exchange open. That's when we're probably going to see a pump for the dollar. I'm perfect, mate. Yes, Michael, my fucking cousin. But yeah, we'll see, because we're moving back towards the Friday 50 point. Bearing in mind, I'm still sort of bearish dollar. Bearing in mind, what is that? It was we had the credit. Oh, bro, I keep forgetting the name of it, man. I can't remember the name of it. It's the US credit something. But pretty much saying US high risk. That's why I've been seeing bonds yields pretty much go up. Okay. Why we've been seeing bonds come up. Down. Bond yields come down. Bond prices go up. When bond prices go up, means bonds are getting bought. So they're looking at safer assets. Stock market booming as well. Reason why is because cut of interest rates is sort of flowing about the market at the moment. EU is running so nice. I don't want the euro to be dropping like that, though, to be brutally honest with you, man. I'm still loving the look of EG. What's people's targets for EU? Asia low? I think a lot of people are looking at Asia low. Friday low, I think, is too far. Friday 50 is a good profit level. We'll just see where it goes, man. We'll see where it goes. EG is mainly what I've got my focus on right now. It's moving absolutely lovely. Hopefully we keep that strength for the euro. Bearing in mind, some of the level of displacement that I'm really looking for price to come to for the upside is a lot more higher. Plus we've got CRT to the upside as well. CRT and the fair value in this whole section here. Bearing in mind, if we sweep this higher, that would be considered inducement. If we've got inducement, fair value, CRT. So I feel like this is a really nice level for price to aim for if we are going to keep that bullish stance, right? In terms of the euro against the pound. Bearing in mind, the pound is quite bearish. And that is because of those interest rate decisions we've been having quite recently. I'm going off the XY, going to see how it reacts off the Friday 50 to take my profits. Fair play. Smart man. Smart man. Where's my Friday? Okay, yeah, nice. I'm pretty sure it's the Friday 50 is the same point on the UG. But yeah, nice. Asia low, nice, David. Asia low, fair dues, man. What are you boys looking at? You're probably looking at quite high profits on them ones. Depending on where stop is, because yeah, we're looking for a big move. Bear in mind, you're looking for a, let's just say you entered 10 pips off that drop. No, not 10 pips, that's a stretch. Say 5 pips off that drop. 54, it's not, actually, you're not asking for too much. I thought it was more like 80, to be honest. I might be thinking of GU. I think that's GU, actually. Take 5 pips off. Oh, GU's even less. What the fuck? Never mind. It's actually a decent ranging day. I mean, day like yesterday. The day like this. I feel like I actually love days like this are perfect though, man. Days like this are fucking amazing. I know they're not tradable. A lot of short-sighted people will say that they're not tradable, which is fine. But the start of the week, starting off with this range, is fucking lovely. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Bearing in mind, I'm straight bearish on the dollar pretty much this week, right? I don't know if anything's gonna change, but we're getting a real nice move towards that sell side now. I feel like the buyers on GU and EU might be the horniest thing I've seen in. Could be all my life, boys. It could genuinely be all my life. But we'll see what price wants to do. Bearing in mind, if we take Asia's low, that is pretty much... We've got a nice inducement liquidity here, coming deeper into a fair value. So, confluences are just stacking on top of each other. So, I'll be honest, I'm fucking loving the look of GU. EU is very, very similar. We've just got a little bit more of a movement to make. But then, yeah, we're pretty much at the same plan. Got a stop down EU. Well, what did you jump in on EU? Ralph. My bias for GU was bullish. Was I correct? And the only reason it got stopped out because of fundamentals. I'll be honest. GU's bullish, right? It's bullish. But it looks like price wants to come down further into this fair value. Bearing in mind, boys, the thing that I've been a little bit, I don't want to say frightened. Fine, I've been a bit scared of is this fucking thing right here. This fucking void of price here. Which, bearing in mind, a new week opening gap is so strong. Price loves to fuck around with you, come back to it, and then move off. Bearing in mind, we've got about what, a 4-week, 5-week expiry date for those areas. So I feel like they are quite sketchy. I mean, going in for buys is fine because if you look at a 4-hour time frame, all you're looking for is pretty much price to grab the external after coming into internal liquidity. You come in for that trade. Bearing in mind, it came into 50% of that trade, that range, right? Nothing wrong with that trade at all, but just need to be cautious of that sell side. That's the only thing that's been horrible. What I say is, don't look to buy it. I mean, why did you even buy it, Michael? Wait, hold on. Why did you buy? What? Why was you buying? Where did you get in the buy? It's actually probably the gayest tune I've ever played. I realise I'm not on you. Thank God I'm not on TikTok actually. Bro, these are probably the gayest songs, man. Why do you have to play copyright-free stuff, man? Actually, sorry, another question. Why can't someone make a non-homosexual version of copyright music? Like, bruv, are you man listening? Are you man hearing this shit? Like, on a serious level, what the fuck? Is that EU? Perfect. Bearing in mind, the reason why I do want to see EU come down a bit more to favour EG is because once we take out the Friday 50, which we have just now, horny as fuck. Whose TP was Friday 50? Whose was that? Tommy, no. Oh, you're looking at DXY. What are you thinking about now, Tommy? We've probably come to that Friday 50, haven't we? Oh, we've got a bit more. Got a bit more breathing room. But yeah, for EG to move up, taking out these levels are very important because bear in mind, we're going to need a big push up on EG to come to that Friday high. So in terms of correlation, I really like how EU's moving, especially having this sell side move. We've seen GU even more bearish. That makes sense to me. We've took out sell side liquidity. Just if we go to that 4 hour, we can see we're back in that imbalance. This acted out as an inducement. Let me actually go live. Lovely. Is that where the TP was, Lou, at the Friday 50? I just sat through that song after calling it fucking homosexual. Does that make me gay? I feel like that makes me a bit gay. Alright, so I'm going to have to do a deeper search then. Oh, lovely. Oh, Asia Low, yeah, nice. Nice. Bear in mind, we still have that weaker pound over the euro, so I'm actually really still liking these EG buys. Even though we are having that sort of consolidation, we're still moving nice off it. But I feel like, okay, this is it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what we need. This is bound. If this ain't a good song, I'm gonna be fuming. But it does sound like a tune. Boys, we're literally at that stage. Just imagine we're in that stage of pregnancy. We've literally got their head popping out type shit. We just need the whole body just to slip out. Do you know what I mean? We just need the legs to slip out and the torso to slip out. Don't know where I got that from. Now I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Now I probably should try and not say any of that shit. But you know what I'm saying? We're just finishing off the pregnancy at this point. We're cutting the umbilical cord, if you may. Do you know what I mean? Do you reckon you can get banned on YouTube? You must be. I said it's just. I feel like you must be able to. We shouldn't get banned on YouTube. GU's moving. This is actually a fucking tune as well. I ain't gonna lie. It's actually a banger. Banger's a bit of a stretch. Right, we're seeing the euro come down a little bit further. Let's keep our eyes on the EU. I want to see if we come a bit slippy. Alright, it's got a bit better now. What I'm going to do actually... What was the trade? What was the trade everyone got in? Or are we looking at this inversion here? Where am I look at? If that fair value is actually insane. Where did you boys get him? What was the signal? That's just a banger. That was right? 1, 2, 6, 7, 6. Extra pit. Was it this? Bearing in mind, we had that deal come out today. Oh, yeah, we had that deal, haven't we? Oh, shit. We're just getting a lovely piece. Oh, dear. Right, we want to see that come to Asia low. Just get there. 662. Oh, okay, yeah. Spreads, I'm assuming, popping us back a little bit. I'll be honest, I think, what was that? What was that news that we had? I'm pretty sure we got... What was it? The UK, with the UK EU deal. Yeah, US credit rating downgrade, which pretty much just means a growth forecast for the Eurozone. That's something that's quite positive for the Euro. But they've got an uncertain inflation outlook, which is pretty much the reason why we're seeing that downward move. Interest rates, bearing in mind, have been cut, what, 3 times in recent cuts? So Moody's downgraded the US credit rating from from AAA to AA1, citing rising federal debt and persistent fiscal deficits led to a broad sell-off in the government bonds, pushing 30-year Treasury yields above 5%. Bearing in mind, when Treasury yields come above 5%, the Treasury yields is pretty much what the government pay back on money they borrow, right? So if you see higher bond yields, which, bearing in mind, that's what we're fucking seeing, right? US 10-year is at 4.4. They're on about the 30-year. The US 30-year yields are like 5. Let's have a look now. What's it at? Oh, it's just come below 4 now. Just the right one. Am I getting the... Oh, that's bond price. It's just below 5% now. So the government have to pay back a fuckload at the moment. It's so high. So high, it's a joke. Okay, so yeah, it was that move there. So they come to 5.03%. Look how high that is in comparison to... Do you know what I mean? The last time it was like that was back in 2023, 2 years ago nearly. So we're seeing a very, very, very high... Well, we've actually got some very nice CRT going on over here as well. But we've got... that should really be the absolute driver of the US becoming bearish still. So I feel like what we're going to see... Really, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to gauge what we're going to see from the New York session. I feel like we've seen the pricing of the bond yields, right? So I feel like we are seeing massive market uncertainty right now towards the US. I feel like once we take these sell side liquidity points here, Friday 50's been swept, we're going to see a really nice move to the upside. Bearing in mind, I don't know if we're going to have GU or EU favoured, because I mean, even still at the moment, Euro, we've got quite a negative effect on inflation. I mean, even still, actually, on the pound, because we've got fucking... How much? We've got... Yeah, interest rate cut from last decision. Inflation rising from 2.6 to 3.3. Back above 3% month. That's year to year as well, bearing in mind. Oh, yeah, that's actually fucked. So that's year to year. That is really not good. Inflation hiking to 3.3% is actually nuts. Bearing in mind, it again, boys, it takes a massive effect on the actual economy and the actual fucking everyday living of every citizen that lives in the UK. All prices will come up. We've got a CAD CPI coming out right now, so we are going to see an effect on oil prices. Inflation month to month. Bearing in mind, if Canada becomes stronger, it affects the oil positive. Well, sorry, if oil goes up, it affects Canadian dollar. Vice versa. Do you use SMT for confidence? I don't use it for a massive confidence, bro. I use it, but I wouldn't say it's like something I swear by. Do you know what I'm saying? I use it, but I don't swear by it. EG's running nicely. I feel like in terms of SMT, you don't massively have to worry about that. If you've got correlation through your three pairs, and you can look at indexes, I don't think there's too much worry. But even with SMT, it is still confidence in its own, so it is nice to use. But yeah, I don't swear by it. Perfect on DXY, EU, and GU. Let's have a look. We're not lagging, are we, bro? Oh, what is it? The fact that the pounds come lower than the that we've taken Asia low and EU's not, and DXY's not taken a high. Is that what you're on about? The reason for that, right? And this is the thing. SMT is just a simple concept of weaker and stronger currencies. So the only reason we've got SMT is because the pound is weaker. It's literally just because the pound's weaker. That's the only reason. So that's why SMT I don't swear by it, man, because you can just look at. Just in terms of the four. What are we looking at though, bro? Like, send me a chart on Discord, C-Stroke, if you can, mate. Because I can't tell if we're looking at the previous day or the last couple of weeks. It's not an indication like that for me. For me, SMT just shows what currency is weaker or stronger. Like. But then I do guess it does give you that bounce back. I feel like the divergence is the one you don't want to trade. So, for example, if we've got EU moving accordingly to the dollar, to the DXY, so we're seeing vice versa charts, complete different, then we're going to see a trade on EU, and then the pound. It's so hard to explain in terms of just eliminating the fact that. Boys, all you need to know, to be honest, in terms of that, is literally that SMT is pretty much just shows which currency is stronger or weaker. It's nothing that will give you an entry, in my opinion. It's something that would help with an understanding of the power of each currency at the current time. But other than that, SMT is a divergence, bro. That's what a divergence is. So, for example, if we've got EU and GU in front of us, right? Let's say this for an example. This is our Asia range, right? Say we're looking at EU. And then we've got GU here. And then we've got DXY below us, right? This is our Asia session. For EU. This is our Asia session for GU. This is our Asia session for the dollar, right? If we move like this, accumulative, perfect, lovely, perfect, and we do the exact same on DXY. I'm not going to draw the exact same, fuck all that, but accumulative. But then we see GU come higher, come back in a range. The divergence we're seeing is obviously with GU, right? It's not hard to notice that it's the odd one out. But the only reason is because when it's had these moves up, like say we had it there, when it had these moves up, it had the stronger move up. So all that shows is that the pound's stronger than the euro. It doesn't show anything other than that. I mean, this should be taking the sell side and then moving back into the range. Not even sell side, just come into the downside and then moving back up like that. Not the best drawing, but you know what I mean? All it is really showing us is that the pound's stronger within this move here. All right, in comparison to obviously the euro. So it is a divergence because obviously what a divergence means is sort of the odd one out, right? Different, right? I think that's what divergence means. Correct me if I'm wrong. Probably not right, but divergence means it is the odd one out, pretty much. You're different. So That's all it is. And there's a reason for that, right? It's not just like some magical fucking thing that appears. Oh my god, GU's done some crazy fucking thing. What the actual fuck? Why has it come higher? Oh my god, it's literally magic. Is this magic? Or divergence magic? No, the pound's just literally just fucking stronger than the euro. That's literally all it is. So I wouldn't look into it too much for an entry. But it's a really, but again, I'm not saying it, don't use it, because it does show you which currency to trade. But don't use it in... Oh, sorry, I thought that was EU then. What's EG doing? Is it still pissing about? No, we're actually moving now, which is nice. We'll come see that to the Friday high. That's it, man. But yeah, just remember, fucking stick to the Asia liquidity, man. Stick to the Asia liquidity. Continuations, either don't trade or DTO, right? So exactly what I'm looking at here. This is the thing. The reason why I was looking for shorts today was because I was looking for buys, really, for everything but GU. I was looking for buys. So I say that, just two pairs, then EG and EU. That's what I was looking for, really. EU just moved to the upside, didn't want to grab sell side liquidity. That's fine by me. EG did the same thing, but then EG we can use the detail for continuation, which is fucking perfect. Bearing in mind the EG range during Asia was bullish. We had a bullish range. We broke highs twice. Okay, that's a bit after 6, but we broke highs before 6 a.m. So we had a bullish Asia range pretty much, right? It wasn't accumulative. It was a continuation of previous trend. So we had the X. Here's sort of our accumulation, I feel like, on EG. And now we're going to start having that expansion back towards that Friday high. It's moved. I'm not going to lie. The markets for the last 2 days, boys, have been not entry the best, but like in terms of price action, been absolute like horny. Like actually like a whoa, I forgot I'm on TikTok, okay. Compose yourself, mate, compose yourself. Okay. To be fair, there's only 10 men on there. But it's been moving absolutely perfect. I feel like that US credit downgrade from AAA to AA1 has really helped that for our other pairs to come through, our other currencies to come through. So that's added demand to the euro, added demand to the pound. Hence why we've been seeing GUE push up. Obviously more favour towards the euro because of the interest rate cut of the BOE recently. Our first interest rate cut in a bit. We've had a few cuts though in the most recent year though, not gonna lie, most like 12 months. How to know the correlation between Euro GBP to Euro USD? The thing is, whoa, I was about to say that name then. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, bro, you nearly had me by my balls. But yeah, in terms of correlation, you don't want to be just looking at Euro GBP or Euro USD. You want to be looking at the four. This is how I look at it, right? I did a video on this. It's actually a really good video. Correlation of all four. The four currencies you want to look at, right, is EU, GU, EG, and then the DXY, right? You don't have to look at the index for the pound, the index for the euro, okay? Just use the index for the dollar, and then use EG to see which one's stronger and weaker. So the way we really want to trade this, right, is we're either going to get an EU or a GU trade, or the complete other trade would get is EG if the EU or GU isn't looking perfect. First thing to note, I don't want to double risk on anything. I don't double down, man. I don't double dip. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't want any of that. Okay, let me try not to get into that. We don't want any of that, right? We don't want to times 2 our risk. So if we're bearish on the dollar, it doesn't mean we want to buy EU and buy GU, because now we're doubling down our risk. We're betting down on the dollar twice, right? Which is not what we fucking want. Let's go back. So in terms of this, right? Say for an example, we've got a bearish dollar, okay, and then say we got a bullish EU and a bullish GU, we're at this point, we're thinking, right, what trade do we want to get in? Do we want to get in on EU or GU? I don't want to place both because I don't want to double down on my risk. So how do I find out which one to place, which one's going to... And what you're looking for, right, isn't oh, I like GU more. I like GU more because I'm from the UK. Like, don't be an idiot, right? Don't just start favouring pairs just for some biased reason. Fuck that. Look at EG. EG is literally diamond. This is so diamond. EG is literally... Oh, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, I'll just finish right there and then. Say if EG is bullish, what are you going to trade? Are you going to trade EU or are you going to trade GU? Wait, boys, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. I want to see what you man are saying. Because the correlation between all four is the best fucking thing. DTO for continuation. That's it, man. That's it. We want to see the euro push up, though. We haven't seen the euro push up massively. How do I use EG, though? Someone just kill me. How do you use EG as a confluence for EU and GU? This is what I'm saying. For example, what would you... CBFWAA. What would you do in this situation? What would you trade? If you're looking at these four charts, the arrows if it's bearish or bullish. We've got bullish EU, bullish GU, bearish DXY. Bear in mind, you can't actually trade DXY. So you're either trading EU, GU, or EG. What are you trading there? What are you trading? Just so I can understand what you're understanding. Bearing in mind you can't trade DXY, right? So you can only trade these three pairs. What are you placing? EU, perfect. Why would you pick EU? What's your reason? No, it's not GU. C-stroke just ain't getting it. I told you not to take that heroin, didn't I? EU, perfect. EU, perfect, boys. Do you know what I mean? Why? Someone tell me why. Someone tell me why. And this is how you know how to use EG. You don't just use EU and EG together. You don't just use GU and EG. You don't just trade EU or GU. You trade EU, GU, EG, DXY. Trade all of them, boys, and I'll be honest, you're going to have a much more easier time. You're going to know what to fucking place. Is it because EU is stronger? To be a bit more exact, not EU, but what's actually stronger. Like, don't think of pair, think of currency. Just think of currency. Yeah, EU. Fucking hell, C-stroke. E stronger than G. Perfect. So the euro is stronger than the pound, right? That's how we use EG. If EG is bullish, we know that the euro is more stronger than the pound. So in terms of a more efficient trade, we'd be looking at EU, right? Not GU, not EG. We wouldn't be looking at EG. The reason why we wouldn't be looking at EG, right, is because, first of all, the dollar's bearish. So that's going to have no effect on EG, pretty much. It's going to have no effect. And the things about EG is we've got EU and GU moving in the same direction. So EG is not going to be moving too much. We want to be trading the straw. So we don't want to be trading, for example, the pairs that are close together, right? And what I mean by that is I don't want to be trading the euro and the pound, so I don't want to be trading EG. I also don't want to be trading GU, right? Because the pound's not the weakest. Pound's not the strongest, but the dollar's the weakest, right? So the most efficient is going to be euro against the dollar. And this is how you use all four of these charts. Am I glitching? Or am I just generally just can't talk? Fuck. No, but honestly, that video is so good. Boys, if you're in a mentoring, yeah, and you've not watched the correlation to all four, you're going to have a really good time today. You can just say that, you're going to have a really good time. EG, any chance of fucking moving? No? We're just going to sit still. Oh, we're just going to sit still. No, my booster's not arrived yet. It's not arrived yet. Is it lagging? Am I lagging, boys? Am I lagging? Last 2 weeks of EU been clean. EU's been really nice. EU's been nice. It's just because the euro's been stronger than the pound and the dollar's been weak. Look at Stu. Look at him. Look. This guy. Importance of all four. Yeah, that would have been a good one. It was my idea. This guy, he's always got to put his 5p in, isn't he? The fucking. What's your thoughts tomorrow, bro? Stop. Don't live in the future yet. Right, just don't live in the future yet. Let's think about now, Ralph. If you're done trading, bro, don't worry about tomorrow just yet. That's why we jump on the markets early, boys. There is such thing as too early and too late, right? If we start looking at tomorrow now, it's too early. But that's why we've got to actually just jump on the markets early. We should really see this come down. I'm looking for EU buyers. Yeah, I'm looking for EU buyers. Couldn't have been Mace. Sorry, what the fuck are you talking about, sis? Heavy Vios just getting thrown about for no reason. And let me just remind, right? Who is the person that trades the importance of all four and has done for a year? Yeah, who's put it to the market? Who's smashed it with the importance of... Who's able to have a very good understanding of the market because of the importance of all four for the last... I don't even know. I'll say a year. It's much longer than a year. This guy right here. No, that was not Stu. Like, was going so well, lagging like crazy now. For fuck's sake, we was actually doing so well. We was doing well. It was going so well. I traded the 5-day. Okay, I'm assuming you're taking the piss. That threw me for a sec, man. Are those charts even available, bruv? Who even looks on a 5-day perspective? 5 days just is the weekly, though, isn't it? Really, just is the weekly time frame. It's common sense, really. Well, it's common sense, but no one actually applies it, bearing in mind. How many people do you see trade EU and GU? How many people? How many of those people also look at Euro GBP? Bro, none. Like, I bet fucking 5%. But 5% look at GBP, Euro GBP as well. People look at DXY, but people don't look at Euro GBP. And people don't actually know how to utilise them all. Like, I still see people looking in here, trading in some places, trading GU over EU when EU is the way more efficient pair to trade. And it's not even, again, like, it don't come down to what pair you like better. Like, it just comes to correlation. It just makes sense. Win rate goes up massively. Look at Sesame's common sense, this cheeky bastard. Yes, Mike, how we doing, bro? 7 to 10 for me, then done for the day. Lovely stuff, man. Exact same for me, bro. Exact same for me. What's my view on GU? To be honest, I want to start seeing it come up at some point. We've not seen DXY commentate the buy side liquidity, so for me, I would say I'm still waiting for price to come up a little bit further. Obviously, vice versa. GU looking for price to come down a little bit more. But we really want to be looking at 15-minute trade throughs on GUEU. Like, what is the mixture of these good songs in between, like... who saw that Outdoor Boys is stopping doing YouTube, man? How shit's that? I'm on a date with a wife, so I've got to keep the sound down. Was he not agreeing it was one of my ideas? Why are you in here? Yo, why are you in here if you're on a date, Stu? I feel like I'm wasting my breath explaining about the DTO then. Not DTO, sorry, just correlation. Sesame, you're a shit stirrer, man. She says it in pre-land. Here we go. His cap's come off. She says it in pre-land and then wrote it down on my notes for us to revisit. But okay. You're gonna piss him off now, Sesame. EG's moving now. Yes, Rami, what we saying, cousin? What you saying, bro? But yeah, I feel like we've got to see a trade through the 15 really for EU and GU to actually be sort of tradable. Okay. Patience is key now. Patience is key. Again, it would be nice to see EU take the age liquidity because that is a lot of people's targets for EU. We'll just have to see. I'll be honest, we'll just have to see. What's the indicator you're using that shows the sessions? It's our own indicator that we got made, bro. It's not a... Oh, shit. What's oil saying? Oil price is down. That's actually nice. Oil price is down. It's an indicator we made, bros. Ali, if you go into my... I don't know if you can see it. Just go to my Instagram, bro. Drop me a message and I'll send you it in your DMs. This is our Instagram, bro. Just Rich SFX. It's over in our Discord. I'll actually, to be fair, bro, you can go on our link tree. It's in our Discord in the free chat somewhere. For like EU will pull back slightly, maybe to this 15-minute fair value and then sweep just low. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yes, Ronald, what we saying, bro? What are we asking for in EG? We're not asking for loads. Oh. Stop that. Still didn't put it back there, did we? What are we asking for? We're only asking for 14.5 pips. Alright. 30-minute time frame is crazy, blood. What the fuck? I didn't even see you say that, bro. What the hell? DXY would probably go in to the 100.700 area. taking out Asia highs and distributing lower. So EU will probably take out Asia high or Asia low and fill in the 4 hour around 112. We got a handle there. What if we got a handle? Here we go. Here we go. It's when we start lagging. I want to see if that boost is calm. Where's that boost? Did you see USD CAD? USD CAD should, yeah, we had inflation come out, right? We had inflation for the Canadian dollar, which come out higher than previous. Higher than expected as well. Yeah, higher than expected. Oh, well. Median CPI. Okay, so actual month-to-month CPI. Yeah, so it's actually really nice. Fucking off the DTO as well. Off that DTO. Fucking hell. Mace, it's so hard for me to read EG. It is choppy. EG is choppy as shit, man. Feels like you're in the middle of the Pacific, literally trying to survive a fucking tsunami. It's difficult, man. But when it comes to EG, right, in my mind, I'll try and simplify it as much as I can, right? Continuation or accumulation. Okay, if we don't have either, then we just don't have tradable price action. So, to make it simple, bro, I honestly just let continuation, accumulation for the liquidity sweep. If we have the continuation, DTO might be the EG with the DTO. Alright, boys, name a better duo. Go on, I'll let you boys have a little go. Go on, try. Innit, like mums, good luck. EG, DTO, better duo, hit me. There's nothing's better. There could be something better. Let me know. But I'll be honest, why is my chair like they're fucking... Oh. I'm thinking longs to Friday. Wait, for what? Sorry. Yeah. Oh, what? Sorry, for AUGU. 100%. I wouldn't place them because outside of my trading times, but in terms of New York session, I reckon they're very likely. 3 to 4 p.m. candles. That's when we're really looking. What's DTO? Whoa! It's a banger of a question, man, and quite frankly, I can't answer that in short form. Just know Stu's importance of 4. What? Daily Tropen. Daily Tropen is something we've pretty much just dissected from the quarterly theory, and it is the bollocks with Euro GBP. It's almost laughable, isn't it? It's almost like, what the fuck? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's nuts how many times it works. I mean, look at today, bro. This is why I was looking at longs, just pulling off that DTO. What are you saying, EUGU? I say EUGU, we come lower. I really want to see us come... I mean, the pound, we've already come to our low point, so I don't really give a fuck about the pound USD. I think the longs would be better for Euro USD, my reasoning being that the Euro is stronger than the pound. That's blatantly showing as well. We can see GU... has taken the Asia low and EU hasn't. So it goes to show the pound is weaker than the euro. So I would prefer to look at EU. EU longs would be much nicer. That's why EU's not taken a low yet, because the pound is more weaker than the euro. So I'll be honest, boys, from this morning I would have said GU would have been the nicer trade, just because the pound's weaker than the euro. And again, that's using the importance of all 4. So if you're in a euro short, you probably would have been out of your trade by now. I don't know, did GU even have an entry? I didn't even see it. I don't think it had the 15 minute, did it? Oh yeah, it happened. It all happened very late. Will happen very late. But obviously for me, I look to trade off a 15-minute fair value. That's why EU actually looked nice. But then obviously GU was the way more efficient pair to go with. I feel like it shows. Without the fair values, I think it shows. Because what we've got here is quick price action made and then filling the fair values on the way down. That normally shows us that price has been made efficient and doesn't need to come back up for any fair values in between. So I feel like GU was very nice this morning, but difficult to get into. 5 minute on the other hand. Oh yeah, 5 minutes where you actually would have used. So yeah, you could have got in. We had the trade through here, so I think this 5 minute made the most amount of sense. You probably got a smaller trade. This 5 minute here makes the most amount of sense to me. Sell that to the Asia low. Stop loss might be a bit fat, but don't really fucking matter. I love how low GU's coming though, man. I just want to see EU come a bit lower. EG still pushing up because that euro is still stronger than that pound. I want to see that stay above break even minimum for the day, realistically, and that'll keep me happy. I've actually got a genuine question. I fucking hope so, Mark. I'm not really hoping for you to sit there and just give me joke questions. What's Messi now clear? Yeah, exactly, 100%. I would say longs is what you want. This morning I was hoping for longs on EU, GU, but I've actually got a genuine question. Thank God, Michael. Do you guys use RSI indicator to check if something is bullish or bearish? You prefer to eyeball it? I don't use RSIs, bro. I wouldn't say eyeball. I use various different ways to actually identify. One, the prior day range. So from a technical standpoint, right? A lot of traders still look at technicals, okay? And the prior day range is so important. The prior day range is unreal for a daily bias. You've got the fundamentals, which is key. RSI can lag as well, bearing in mind. So it's not the most... I mean, you can have a strategy around it. RSI is not a bad indicator. But for me, personally, I'd rather use time-based indicators and sort of leave the price bit up to me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I like time-based indicators. Prior day range...